Go. Here are the surprise moves. Number one, this is the least surprising of any I've done in the last 2 days. Brian Schottenheimer is a one and done. Jerry will know by Thanksgiving he made a huge mistake. Forget the fact that Philadelphia and Washington will probably both blow them out in division twice. We've got a lot of one and dones happening now. David Culley, Steve Wilkes, Urban Meyer, Nathaniel Hackett, Antonio Pierce, Jared Mayo. People liked Antonio Pierce. I mean, the Raiders played a lot of people tough, including the Chiefs. One and done happens all the time now. And as the NFC, there was about a 3-year window to make hay in the NFC where it was kind of soft. As John's pointed out, the coaching and the NFC are no longer soft. And I think Dallas is going to be humiliated on a lot of Sundays. That's my first surprise.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to be the case. To be one and done would then be Jerry Jones having to say, I hired the wrong person. And I can't see that being the case. I just can't. It's not like the Cowboys haven't had moments where they've been blown out or humiliated or embarrassed here. So it's not like that would be like a unique thing. And I don't think that the Cowboys are going to be such a mess where they're just getting blown out game after game after game. I mean, like that doesn't really make sense. If there was another coach, another like really big prospect that you could hire, then I could understand. Like you had a bunch of these one and done situations because it was like, well, we can bring in Vrabel. We can we can now get Chip Kelly or Pete Carroll. We can get Ben Johnson. Like there was like real moves to make. I mean, who's another version of a Schottenheimer in the NFL right now that you're gonna fire him and then hire him? Because like what big coach now is like kind of like, oh, like would he hire, if Chip Kelly is great with the Raiders, like is he gonna like fire Schottenheimer then hire Chip Kelly? Or trying to think of I guess like of random OCs around the NFL right now who I guess have some momentum but not massive momentum, like the Ben Johnson. I guess maybe like a Cliff Kingsbury, if Jaden Daniels and the Commanders have a lot of success. But we know Jerry Jones to not hire those types of guys. Like let's say Cliff Kingsbury and Jaden Daniels are absolutely balling together. And let's say Cliff Kingsbury now has very similar momentum to that as Ben Johnson. Is Jerry Jones going to hire him? Because why didn't Jerry Jones go all in to get Ben Johnson then? That would have been the smartest move. Clearly. And yet he didn't. Why didn't he go out and get Harbaugh? Like I've said a couple years ago, why didn't he do that? So that's where I'm kind of like, unless he's going to try to make a play for Sanders, Coach Prime or whatever, he'd have to pay for his buyout and all that, which is, they did the math before. It's essentially nothing. It's something, but relative to how much these guys have, it's nothing. So I'm trying to see where the angle would be. And again, if you fire Schottenheimer, you're then admitting I made a mistake. And it just doesn't feel as though that's who Jerry Jones is right now. That he's the type of guy who's going to be like, yep, Schottenheimer was not the man. Well, I just can't. I can't even think of like what he would say. Like I struggle to get there. And again, I don't think the Cowboys are going to be this team where they're going to win like 3 games, and so it's just going to be like, yep, get him out. Right? Like I guess that's probably the only way that happens. Everything that I said, you could ignore if this team is absolutely collapsing, and they win like 3-4 games. Like, right? They're what the Carolina Panthers had been, the Cleveland Browns, the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? Like they just absolutely collapse. They get swept by the Commanders and the Eagles, right? Like then I could see that happen, and I guess if that's what Colin's predicting, that this team is going to just be absolutely awful, but I don't know. I don't think the Cowboys are going to be great, but I don't think that they're going to just absolutely collapse and be awful either. So I don't know. It's certainly a bold take. It's definitely a bold take. And I know a lot of people are really low on Schottenheimer, and I understand why, but I guess I would feel more concerned if they hired someone who really didn't have a lot of experience coaching. I know this is his first time as a head coach in the NFL, but he's obviously older. He's been around the NFL a lot. It's not like they hired some random newer coach who's really kind of only been in the NFL for a few years, and yeah, he's rising the ranks fast, but it's just like he still has limited experience. Like, I would say that Schottenheimer still has experience in the NFL, right? Or just in football in general, has a pretty long track record, albeit not an elite high level one. And obviously, again, it's not like he's been head coaching all over the place here, so which is concerning, don't get me wrong, but I guess if I'm looking at something on a spectrum, I'm like, I lean at least towards him. Like, I don't think he's gonna have what was it, Freddie Kitchens type year or whatever. Like, I don't know. I at least think that there'll be a semblance of stability there, but I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong, but I'm curious how Dallas Cowboys fans feel about this. Like, if Schottenheimer is just really not a good coach, I mean, what if if the Cowboys win, let's think of a bad scenario. They win 7 games, 6 games. Do you think Schottenheimer gets fired? Like, I'm really curious. Like, how do you think Jerry handles that? And because if they win 9 games, 10 games, you think they're going to fire Schottenheimer? Like, I don't see that being the case. So it's just I'm trying to think of the various scenarios, and I think like the only real one would be a Doomsday scenario where they win like 3 games, and I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. So it's just hard for me to wrap my head around ultimately. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Dallas Cowboys and Schottenheimer being a one and done coach? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're all on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.